All right, guys, so for the first time ever, you can take to the skies in Fortnite. And you guys probably guessed it, we're gonna build one that actually flies. I got here some images from the internet to reference, and without further ado, I'm gonna get to work. We're gonna build a flying Fortnite plane. Let's do it. You can see I already built this basic fuselage, and this is what the base of my plane is gonna be, the foundation, if you will, and I'm gonna keep building and building on it. I know it might not look like much right now, but hopefully, with a little bit of imagination, I'm gonna be able to turn this in to the X4. I am a relatively novice builder. A lot of this stuff is gonna be uncharted territories for me, but I have some interesting ideas. I'm going against everything I've ever learned on how to build planes. And if you guys aren't familiar, we actually have our own designs of planes, which we provide free plans for, that teach you how to make basic planes, actually like this guy right here. This is a Sea Angel based on the Porco Rosso anime. And this is all made using common materials that you can buy from the dollar store. We have free plans. We also sell a pre-cut kit that's laser cut. So you guys can actually have an affordable way to get into the hobby, because the RC hobby is awesome and we always want to get more people into it. So if you're feeling inspired, feel free to check out our store with all the kits. And by doing that, you're helping support us and making more of this content. What I'm going to use this drawing for is to take measurements off of, to get the height of the actual fuselage, and then I'm going to draw out what I think the actual shape of it should be. I'm going to draw it on the computer, laser cut out some formers, and then from there we're going to cover it using foam. Theoretically, if I did all my math correct, should fit straight through there, a little bit snug. It's very clear that my math wasn't perfect. We got a little bit of gaps, but that's okay. I had my square in the middle crooked. And so now the idea is, these are what is going to form the actual shape of my airplane. All right, so as you can see, I kind of have the shape here. So I'm gonna get these glued into place, and then what I'm gonna do is start bending foam around it to make the shape of the fuselage. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try it. One of the things that I notice the more building that I do is there's no wrong way to do something when you're building something straight from your mind. And the more that I come to terms with that and grasp that, the more success and the more crazy things I'm able to build. So I can't stress enough to get your ideas out of your brain into reality. Theoretically, I should be able to just kind of wrap this bad boy around just like this. All right, so the fuselage is coming into shape. I got a couple more patches of panels back there I need to do. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it, considering I've never done any kind of build like this. I've never done a round fuselage. There's a couple small details I'd like to do still, but before we get to those, we gotta work on the wing. So one of the cool things that I liked about this Fortnite plane is that it looks like a mashup of a bunch of different planes. Instantly, the huge giant fuselage reminds me of a P-47, and the wings themselves actually look like Mustang wings, as well as the tail section. That's kind of where I got the inspiration from this tail. This is actually a modified version of our Mustang kit. For the main wing, I'm just going to cut out some of our P-51 Mustang wings and kind of just start seeing how they look and maybe modify them to my liking.
Yeah, I love that twisty technique. Yeah, I'll hold this side.
The anhedral on the bottom.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how that affects your tendencies, but
we don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, dude.
It's getting there, man. The only other thing that I haven't been thinking about is electronics. I haven't given one thought, but I've been thinking about the fact that I haven't given one thought yet.
Oh, dang, dude.
And so I'm gonna need servos in the wings, servos back here, motor up here, wires going all through here to connect. And I don't know how I'm gonna get in there to connect them. All right, Josh, I need your professional opinion.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing! Special opinion is it's epic. It looks just like it.
It kind of looks like a Fortnite plane.
It looks really like a Fortnite plane.
My main question is do you think it'll fly?
Yeah, without a doubt.
You think?
I think it's going to have a lot of P factor from the prop going around. It seems like round fuselages always have a tendency to want to get wibbly.
A 9-inch prop like sticks out the side like that much, so I don't even know if it's going to have enough.
So let's abuse one of our radial motors and let's find a 12-inch and put it on a 3-cell and see if it can handle it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it won't be a recommended thing, but if it can do it, at least for one flight, that's all you want is one flight, right?
That's all. It just needs to fly, yeah. So on camera, it actually looks a lot better than it does in person.
It looks amazing.
Okay, let's check this out. I give to you a Fortnite plane.
Hold on, regroup. Okay, we're back.
All right, I give you a Fortnite plane. I am pretty excited because it turned out better than I ever would have guessed that I could have done.
That's awesome.
I'll be honest, when I was building this fuselage, like I said, I've never built a fuselage like that. I was skeptical is an understatement. Now, before we get into paint, we need to get electronics. So we're gonna be using a Power Pack C. If you guys aren't familiar with our Power Packs, we have about 50 different DIY design airplanes, and the Power Packs is how you power the airplanes. It comes with everything you need to get your airframe powered into the sky. So Power Pack C is the power pack of choice. We're gonna stress test it a little bit. What a lot of people might not know is that we recently came out with our newest, very own Flite Test Edition radial motors, which we're super proud of. We've been working like almost over a year on these motors. They also outperform all of our older motors by quite a bit. But there's a key thing on this Fortnite plane that we're gonna need. I didn't know what I was gonna do until I was in here eating my lunch on my break the other day. And I just so happened to do, that scares me every time.
Go!
The old tiger cat here. This is a beautiful bird, so beautiful in fact that we only flew it once and then we never flew it again because, well, you guys know how we are with airplanes. So that being said, I don't think it's gonna be needing its propeller. Easy, tiger cat. It is the exact prop that the Fortnite developers based the prop in the game off of. No, I don't know if that's true, but the beauty of it is once I get the motor mounted in there, it's like like the perfect size, dude. It doesn't get any better than that. We're getting close. It's getting close. Okay, now, if you're wondering the secret to this technique, it's that there's no technique. You just spray and pray. We'll tape it up after it dries and we'll do the black after that. So I was playing Fortnite with my little brother Luke, who's in town from Nashville over the weekend, and really got to spend quite a bit of time flying the plane for the first time. And I gotta say, I was actually surprised. Like, it even puts the flaps down when you take off. And it's definitely not a simulation by any means, but it's definitely a lot of fun being able to hop on your wings. It's pretty sweet. And also, I should say that I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the plane, but you guys know us. If it's a plane, we're game. All right, guys, so as you can see, this bad boy is coming along nice. The paint is still tacky. What better time than right now to talk to you guys about the sponsor that actually made this video possible. And no, it's not Fortnite, it's actually Vikings War Clans, which if you guys aren't familiar, it is a strategy game very similar to some of the popular strategy games from back in the 90s like StarCraft or Age of Empires. So if you guys aren't familiar with those types of strategy games, it's gathering resources, building structures, growing an army, and battling to victory. So if you guys have a lot of fond memories of playing some games like I did with StarCraft and you want to relive some of those memories, Vikings War Clans is a great way to do that on your smartphone, and the best part about it, it's free. The cool thing about strategy games, as you might have guessed, is there's a lot of different strategies and it allows you to pick your own play style, so you can play it in a lot of different ways. There's over 20 million people online playing this game. That's how addictive it actually is. And the game is continuing to evolve because of all the different ways that the people play this game and combat against each other, and you could be one of them if you download it for free. Check out the link below. Specifically by clicking that link, not only are you helping us out, but you'll also get 200 free gold coins of in-game currency and a protective shield. So again, shout out to Vikings War Clans for supporting Flight Test. It's because of sponsors like them that we're able to do this type of content for you guys. So do us a favor, check out the link below. And I think it's about time to put another coat on this thing. Let's get back to work. All right, so it's crazy right now. The nerves are running high. More time you put into a project like this, the more nerve-wracking it is the first time you go to chuck it into the air. The bar for completion kept getting higher and higher because I was really enjoying this project. So I added some details like the engine blocks, made those out of foam, quick cut out in the laser. We made the guns out of some old carbon fiber tubes we had laying around. We attached these wheel pants, painted them yellow, just like my favorite one in the game. Overall, I think it looks way, way better, but it's probably gonna make it fly way, way worse. I was a little concerned on power. We're gonna be stress testing our Power Pack C today. 4-cell battery, that's gonna give me more power. I kinda did a ground test, as you can see right here. She pulls pretty good. The old Fortnite plane. Up is up, down is down, left, right. All right, Jeremy, so what are your thoughts? What's your gut check on this? You think it's gonna fly?
Well, it's beautiful, so success no matter what.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna fly. I have one concern. When I did the Curtis, it had a pretty small tail.
Yeah.
And Andres could barely keep it in the air. Whoa!
It's a pretty small tail.
Pretty small tail.
But it's the Fortnite plane. Fortnite plane has a small tail.
Yeah.
So.
But I think you'll be able to keep it in the air.
That's the goal. We'll see what happens. This is really nerve-wracking, dude. I've flown a lot of planes. It shouldn't be this bad, but it's bad. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's in the air. Oh my gosh, look at it go.
Definitely flies exactly like you would expect a Fortnite plane to fly. But she's doing it, dude. Yeah! Oh man, all right. I'm gonna keep gaining altitude. She is underpowered even with the 4-cell. And she's very pitchy with the elevator. Oh man, it's a good thing I put those quad ailerons on there because they're really helping.
That looks so cool in the air, man.
It honestly flies like the Fortnite plane in the game.
That's hilarious.
It's like super slow and awkward in the sky. She's definitely torquey with that. And she doesn't go fast because the engine bay is covering the majority of the prop. And so it's just blowing air directly into the plane. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do a roll. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here comes the roll.
Go for it. Whoa! Nice save, dude! Oh my gosh!
No way.
Saved it! Oh!
I'm just gonna put her down.
Okay.
That was the most exhilarating journey of a flight I've ever been. I'm pretty sure I was in the forest.
But I think it's in one piece, and
it is in one piece now. The wheel pants have a quick release mechanism. They're basically just hot glued onto the aluminum landing gear, which does not work in cold weather. So we'll glue that back on, and she's good to go, man. Let us know down in the comments if you want to see any other video game aircraft brought to life. We're always looking for new ideas. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you guys do so, and we'll see you in the next video.